Hello, guys. How are you? This is Larry Legend again, and you're listening to Conversations with Uncle Larry. Today, I'm talking about healthy eating. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I used to be, let's say, 285 pounds about 2.5 years ago. Now, I was a pretty big boy. So what I did, I said to myself, you know what, I need to get myself down, I need to get myself in shape, I need to get myself healthy. Now, I didn't have any health issues or anything like that, no blood sugar diabetes or high blood pressure, knock on wood, thank God about that. But I made a decision to myself to get healthy and to start eating right. So I did that. And I'll say about almost a year, I lost 60 pounds. Now, I think that was a good feat. I think that was really good for me. And, I was excited. I went from 285 to like 216. And I felt like $1 million. The bad part about it, I was going through a divorce, and I said to myself, I'm going to channel all this negative energy into something positive. So I got into the gym. I started eating right. I always wanted to do that, but I just never took that time or took that plunge to do it. But this time just gave me what I always call the motivational drive to do that. And I got myself together, and I lost a lot of weight. And I looked good. I felt good. And I just felt like $1 million for a guy 50-something, I'll say that. Nah, I'm 52 years old, you guys, and I still feel good. I still feel really great, and I'm still eating like I'm supposed to. But what I'm trying to get to you guys, I'll let you guys know, is eating right is definitely essential. I'm a 20-year Navy veteran, if you guys don't know me. I was in the Navy for 20 years. I retired, and during that time, I got diagnosed with sleep apnea. So I had a machine and everything like that. And I wasn't that big at the time. It's just that, things happen with sleep apnea and how it goes and how it affects you and things like that. But it was to the point where it got worse as I got bigger. And I was snoring and, people kicking me out the house and kicking me out the bed. My ex-wife was kicking me out the bed and telling me to put on your machine. And it was funny. But I really needed to do something at the time, because when I was on my ship, the guys were pissed off at me, man, because I used to snore them out of the freaking barracks. So it is what it is, and I got myself together, and I started doing some things about it. So once I got into a divorce in 2016, 17, and I started working on myself. I wanted to get myself together, and that's what I did. So I started eating healthy. I started going to the gym. And I tell you what, it works, guys. It really works. The main thing what I started doing was just reading books and getting information on healthy foods and what's good for you. And I'm a big fan of kale. I'm a big fan of spinach. I'm a big fan of fish. I love salmon. I'm definitely a salmon man, and I'll eat salmon all day, every day if I could. It's just that type of food that's good for you. It's loaded in omega-3, and it's really light. And a lot of times, most of the time, fish don't have any fat in it. So if you're not eating fat, how can you get fat? So I just cut down on my food intake. I was eating fish. I've cut down on my small portions. During the day, or during the morning, I should say, I had a smoothie, and a smoothie consists of kale or spinach, any type of frozen fruit, and I loved mangoes. I had mangoes, frozen fruit, and I would always put a banana in, because if you guys don't know this, banana is what you call nature's candy bar, and that's what I always did. I used that. And that was my sweetener for it. And I would have some type of whey formula. Not too much, not too big on the whey formula as far as getting big. But it was like some type of like a vanilla or chocolate, just a flavoring. And I was drinking those during the morning. And I'm a big oatmeal fan too. I will always have me some oatmeal. I would definitely have some almond milk on hand because nothing like almond milk. If you guys like oatmeal or never tried oatmeal, try oatmeal and put some almond milk in it and cook it. And I guarantee you'll go back. You'll come to me if you guys know me and say, Uncle Larry, thanks for that tip. I appreciate it. Well, I'm telling you right now, you're welcome because oatmeal is awesome. And the good thing about oatmeal is the property that it doesn't have. It has no cholesterol and it's zero in a lot of other different things too. So you can, and no cholesterol, no sodium, I want to say. Sorry about that. And you can eat oatmeal, if you can, eat oatmeal 3 times a day. It's definitely good for you. Oatmeal, beans, because, and I also stopped eating like red meat. So what I did with red meat, I supplemented red meat with beans. And that's protein too. A lot of people don't know that. So instead of getting your red meat intake, eat you some beans. Eat you some kidney beans, some navy beans, some pinto beans, things like that. And find a way to season your beans, whether it may be with garlic, a little salt and pepper, different things like that. You don't have to put neck bones and beef and pork and stuff like that. You can put a smoked turkey neck in it, and that's real healthy as well. And I used to do all those things, and I did it, and I came down. I felt good. I looked good. And I used to self-medicate myself, or self-observe myself. I'll be laying in the bed checking on my stomach. I'm like, man, my stomach gotten flat, and that was because of what I was eating. And then I was working out, and I was going to the gym. I was doing a lot of cardio, and it worked out for me, you guys. Cardio was a good thing. I did my cardio. I did the riding the bike. I always did the treadmill, and I love the treadmill. And I would just put my music on and just lose myself. And I would come home and just do my regular regimen with eating and stuff like that, and I would work. And, it worked for me. So I'm going to pass this on to everybody out there that healthy eating is good eating. And this podcast is all about healthy eating. And make sure you guys take care of yourself, take care of your body, because you're not going to always be 20, 25, 30 years old. You're going to be 52 years young like me. But if you can take care of yourself, you'll still have that stamina and that aggression to do what you need to do based on what you're putting into your body. And I have a little tip for you guys. What your body does, your body is exactly what it is. You treat your body in a good way, it'll treat you. It'll treat you back well. You have to put the necessary ingredients into your body to get your body to work right. Because if you don't, it's going to shut down and it's going to stop. So you want to treat your body good. You want to feed your body what you're supposed to feed it for nutrients and things like that. Because if you're eating good food, such as, say for instance, a plant-based diet, because I was really big on that, and I still am. If you're feeding your body good food, your body would in turn reverse any of the negative properties that it has, such as you may have athlete's feet. Your feet may stink. But after a period of time, once you start eating right and getting your body together and drinking a lot of water and eating the right foods, your feet might not stink anymore. I, for one, am a witness to this. I have chronic sleep apnea. And once I lost the stomach and everything around my diaphragm, I was able to sleep good without snoring. And I didn't use my CPAP as much. I didn't use my CPAP at all, really. And I didn't have to go to the doctor for them to tell me you need to do this and need to do that. So I was doing everything by myself. I self-medicated myself, and I just observed myself just in the house. I had time to think, man, so this is why they tell you to eat right. And a lot of men, whether it be my age or younger or whatever, that big belly, fellas, that beer gut and things like that, you got to get rid of that, because that's a hindrance on you. That's a hindrance on your diaphragm. And if you don't have breathing problems, you will have it. If you don't have sleep apnea, you will have it, or it will you will form it based on a lot of your stomach on your diaphragm like that. And it's just rough. It's rough on a man. But once I got rid of that, man, I felt really good. I felt like $1 million. And that's what it's all about. It's about looking good, feeling good, staying healthy. I mean, and for me, you know, it was good to hear a person, man or woman, say, hey, man, you're looking good. I didn't recognize you and things like that. And that made me really look good. It made me really feel good. And a lot of times, that's what people want. People need an insurance, a picker up saying, hey, I can do this. Hey, I must be doing the right thing. And trust me, people tell you whether it's negative or positive. Well, a lot of times if it's negative, they won't say. They may talk to you behind your back. Hey, he fat as on water. He needs to lose some weight. But they won't say nothing. But if they see something positive about you, they'll start coming up to you, shaking your hand, giving you hugs. And trust me, that's definitely a good feeling. And for women, the same thing. Because everybody like to be complimented. Everybody. And then, if you know, the summer's coming up, ladies. The summer's coming. And if you want to get into that bikini, that two-piece, or that little mini skirt that you've been trying to get on for years, you know, start by eating healthy. Because once again, you are what you eat, and that's definitely a key. And also, always incorporate water in your diet. Whatever you're doing, men or women out there, you want to drink a lot of water, and you want to exercise as much as you can. Personally, anybody know me, I work a lot. So I work the night shift, so it's hard for me to get out of work and go to the gym. But when I first started doing it, I was working during the evening shift. So I had time to do it. You know, I would get off work at 11 o'clock at night, come home, go to bed. I would wake up in the morning, and because I'm a morning person, so I would go to the gym about 7, 8 o'clock, put in an hour and a half, and I'd be all set for the day. That worked out for me. So, but now I'm doing nights. It's kind of rough for me now. That's not an excuse. It's just that I got to try to find another way to do what I need to do. But all in all, you know, I try to shop for the best food, which is fish, once again, and salmon is definitely the best thing. Fish, I'm still doing my kale, I'm still doing my spinach, and just eating light. Every once in a while, I may cheat because you have to. You have to just take one cheat day and just, you know, not gorge or do anything stupid, but just maybe just eat you something light or eat you something a little heavier than what you have been doing. With me, when I do a cheat day, I won't eat anything like big sub sandwiches or stuff like that. I'm a big chicken wing guy. So I would eat, maybe get a 6-7 piece chicken and a salad. I would go to Buffalo Wild Wings, and that was my place to hang out. I would have a few beers or whatever, and that would be it. But still, all in all, once you have that cheat day, the next day you get back on your grind and get into what you need to do. So hopefully this is helping you guys, and of course this is my podcast. This is my episode 2 of my podcast of Conversations with Uncle Larry. And you guys just bear with me. You know, I need you guys' support because I'm trying to do this. I got to the point now where I'm thinking outside the box, and I'm channeling my inner self. So I'm saying, hey, you know what? Let me try this podcast thing because God knows, if anybody know me, they know I like to talk. All my family know I like to talk. And if I have something to say positive, I want to say it. And I'll let you guys know. You guys want to like my podcast, you want to subscribe to it, that's fine. Just to let you guys know, I'm just getting started. I'm just trying to build my brand up and things like that. And hopefully, by the grace of God and by the help of you guys, I'll get better. So once again, this is Uncle Larry, and you've been listening to Conversations with Uncle Larry. This is Larry Legend, I'm sorry. And you're listening to Conversations with myself, the one and only Larry Legend, Uncle Larry. Take care.